Alexa, stop alarm. What the? Oh, hey guys. Welcome back to the channel. Let's go shooting! What are we doing today? I'll tell you what. We're shooting that with this mounted on it. So, I have actually had this gun. It's been in one of my other videos. But I've been looking for a good scope to put on it. And I know before you guys say anything, a lot of you haters out there are going to be like, why are you putting a scope on a lever gun? It's a lever gun. Well, I'll explain in my video, but quite honestly, I just need to reach out a little bit with the scope if I'm going to shoot past a certain distance, just because of these. So what we have for you today is a kind of a budget scope from Vortex. This is the Vortex Crossfire II. This is a 2:7 by 32. And I chose this one. I had a little bit of struggle with a lever gun. If you never put a scope on a lever gun before, I originally tried to put a 3:9 by 40 that I had here, but to get it to clear the rear sights, because I didn't want to remove the rear sight, I had to have rings on it that were just so damn tall that it really wasn't worth it. It was really hard to get a good cheek weld. It was too high, too hard to get good eye relief with it. And speaking of eye relief, you got to be a little careful of the lever guns because a lot of scopes have a shorter eye relief, and I had to mount that other scope so far back that it ran the danger of hitting me in the eye when I shot. So I found this one. This was a great deal. It's only $129. It's something that's easily mount. I was able to get just medium height rings. It clears the rear sights. I didn't have to remove it. But what we're going to do is we are going to take it out to the range, and I'm going to show you the results I have with it. And just some food for thought. I already have this zeroed at 50 yards since I did it when it was cold outside. And I can attest to how rugged this scope is because I tell you what, when I got it home for the first range test, I actually, you know how you're unloading and you try to get too much stuff in one trip? Well, that's exactly what I did, and I had the rifle in my case with the scope on it after I'd already zeroed it, and I leaned it up in the garage against the door while I went and grabbed something else, and I should have just made one more trip, because what ended up happening is the rifle fell backwards down 3 steps. Granted, it was in a padded bag, but it landed scope side down. So I got a little worried, and I took it back out to the range a week later, and it held 0. Not a problem. First shot was dead on the bull. So while I haven't done like water bottle tests like a lot of people do on YouTube, this is a pretty stout scope if it can handle that. I think that's representative of the things that might happen out in the field. So anyway, enough talking. Let's get out to the range and just see what we can do with it. Alright guys, see you soon. Okay, let's go.
Forever is the strangest thing. It's shorter than you think. No think.
Alright guys, so we are out the range, and what we're going to do today is just a little bit heads up. A couple months ago I already had this scope sighted in at 50 yards, but it got cold and I decided to hold off on the project for a while, and now we're out here to redo it. So what we're going to do is, I've got a buddy who for quite a while has been bugging me to go out hunting with him. I've actually never been hunting before. just really haven't had the opportunity to. And this is the only rifle that I have that is really a good hunting rifle, as far as a high enough caliber, especially for deer. So we're going to sight it in, and I know some of you are going to give me a whole bunch of crap because this is a lever action and I put a scope on it. Well, I tell you what, see these? I'm closer to 50 than I am 40 by this point. Not too close, but... And honestly, just past 50 yards, I need something more than irons. So for all you purists out there that are puking their guts out just seeing me put a scope on a lever gun, get over it. It's my gun. You don't have to do what you want to do. That's what we're doing today. Well, let's just shoot the damn thing. I think that's got it. Let's pop one more. Last round here. Shot a little fast on that one. But I tell you, okay, we're going to do one more 3-shot group. Not too shabby. Rather get it off the sled, but let's see. Last shot. All right, well, let's go pull the target. All right, guys, so again, we are using Federal 30-30 170 grain. I just had the most of this ammo, so we use this to sight it in. So let's look at the targets. And I averaged, so sorry about the shaky I don't have a gimbal or anything, but I measured from this point to this point, and that was 7/8 of an inch. And from here to here was 1 1/4 inches. And then 1 1/4 inches from here to here as well. So at 100 yards with a 30-30 lever action, with a 2 to 7 by 32 scope, we're averaging 1 1/4 inch groups. And I'll take that, honestly. I mean, this isn't a long-range gun, and you know, I'd rather not shoot it off a sled, but I wanted to take as much of me out of it as possible. Here's where kind of our second dial-in group, but that was, as we got it dialed in, and then that was my last target. And granted, that was a bit of a flyer there, but still, from here to here, that's 1 1/4 inch, or from inch and here to here, 1 1/4 inch here. So, not a bad group. So let's get back to the house. Alright, well, there you have it. So, pretty decent group. I'm happy with that. The likelihood I'm going to shoot past 100 yards, I really don't have access to a range on a regular basis that goes past 100, so this is kind of what I do. It's a gorgeous day. It's a little over 90 degrees here in Nebraska. Good to be out in nature, good to be having some fun, and that's all. So, as always, guys, if you like videos like this, I really hope you hit that like button, share with your friends, subscribe, and I hope to see you in future videos. Alright, guys, shoot safe. You know, some people ask why I like coming out here so much. How could you not? It's gorgeous out here, and it's a gun range. It's peaceful.